Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte website and our YouTube channel. Our criminal defense law firm in Illinois has over 400 perfect reviews and a long history of client satisfaction, dismissals, charge reductions, and victories. We have created these audio articles to help protect your freedom, reputation, and rights. If hired for your case, we will not give up until you get fair justice. Murder defense lawyer in Southern Illinois. When you're charged with murder in Southern Illinois, nothing matters more than who defends you. This is the most serious criminal accusation you can face, and prosecutors will pursue the harshest penalties possible, including life imprisonment. At Combs Waterkotte, our murder defense lawyers deliver results when it matters most. We've handled complex homicide cases involving first-degree murder, second-degree murder, felony murder, and manslaughter, and we bring an aggressive, trial-ready approach to each case we take. Whether the case involves mistaken identity, self-defense, police misconduct, or an overzealous prosecutor, we fight to preserve your freedom, reputation, and life. Every client receives the full weight of our team's investigative resources, forensic connections, and decades of courtroom experience. Don't let the state control the narrative. Put a proven Southern Illinois murder defense team in your corner. Call our Southern Illinois murder defense team today at 618-88-CRIME or reach out online for a free, confidential consultation. Understanding murder charges in Southern Illinois. Illinois law breaks down homicide into several distinct charges, each carrying severe penalties. First-degree murder, 720 Illinois compiled statutes, 5/9-1. The intentional killing of another person without legal justification. This includes acts that are planned or carried out with knowledge that they will cause death or great bodily harm. Second-degree murder, 720 Illinois compiled statutes, 5/9-2. Often seen as a mitigated version of first-degree murder. This occurs when someone acts under sudden, intense passion or with an unreasonable belief that their actions were justified. Involuntary manslaughter, reckless homicide, 720 Illinois, compiled statutes 5/9-3. These charges involve unintentional killings that result from recklessness or criminal negligence, often seen in cases like fatal car crashes. Felony murder. A person may be charged with murder if someone dies during the commission of a felony, even if the death was unintentional. Each of these charges carries its own legal standards and sentencing guidelines, but all demand the immediate attention of a highly skilled defense team. What's murder versus felony murder in Southern Illinois? In Southern Illinois, as in the rest of the state, the law distinguishes between traditional murder, first-degree murder, and felony murder. Here's a breakdown of how they differ. First-degree murder. Premeditation is not required, but intent or knowledge is. The killing must be deemed deliberate or stemming from actions likely to cause death. Common examples include shootings, stabbings, or any fatal assault where intent is established. Penalties include a minimum of 20 years up to natural life in prison without the possibility of parole. Aggravating factors, such as killing a police officer or committing the murder during another felony, can lead to life imprisonment. Felony murder in Illinois. No intent to kill is required. The death could be caused by you, a co-conspirator, or even by a third party, during the commission or attempted commission of a forcible felony. This could include home invasion, rape, kidnapping, arson, burglary, or armed robbery. However, the death must be a foreseeable consequence of the felony. Penalties are the same as first-degree murder. 20 years to life in prison. Why this matters in Southern Illinois. If you or someone you know is charged with any form of murder in Southern Illinois, it's essential to have a skilled criminal defense attorney who understands how to challenge the intent element, the link between the felony and the death, police conduct or procedural errors, whether the felony qualifies under Illinois law. Combs Waterkotte defends clients across Southern Illinois with precision and aggressive strategy, often leading to dismissals, reduced charges, or acquittals. What's the difference between murder, manslaughter, and justifiable homicide in Southern Illinois? Not all homicides are treated equally under Illinois law, and understanding the difference is critical to your defense. Murder is the intentional, unlawful killing of another human being. First-degree murder often involves premeditation, while second-degree murder may occur in the heat of passion, but still lacks legal justification. Manslaughter is typically charged when a death results from reckless or impulsive behavior without the intent to kill. This can be voluntary, a spontaneous act under extreme emotional distress, or involuntary, such as a fatal accident caused by negligence. Justifiable homicide occurs when someone is killed in lawful self-defense or in the defense of others. In these cases, the act may not be considered a crime at all if the use of force was reasonable and necessary. Illinois courts impose severe consequences for murder convictions. First-degree murder can carry a life sentence without parole. Second-degree murder and manslaughter charges can still mean years behind bars. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the details matter. At Combs Waterkotte, we understand how to strategically navigate these distinctions and craft a defense that fights for your freedom. Why you need a murder defense lawyer? Immediately. A murder charge doesn't just threaten your freedom, it threatens your future. Police and prosecutors may begin building their case before you're even arrested. If you've been contacted by law enforcement or believe you're under investigation, you need a skilled Southern Illinois defense lawyer involved now. At Combs Waterkotte, we take swift action to intervene early in the investigation, preserve critical evidence and eyewitness accounts, challenge the state's theory of the crime, build strong legal defenses based on the facts and law. Even a seemingly minor statement or misstep can derail your defense. That's why it's essential to have an experienced Southern Illinois murder defense attorney who can protect you at every stage, before, during, and after formal charges. How Combs Waterkotte builds a Southern Illinois murder defense. We believe every client deserves a personalized defense strategy that reflects the complexity of their case. After all, when your freedom or life is on the line, you deserve the best. Our defense begins with listening, understanding your side of the story, and uncovering what law enforcement may have missed or misinterpreted. Key murder defense strategies for your case may include self-defense or defense of others, demonstrating lack of intent or mistaken identity, highlighting constitutional violations, illegal searches, coerced confessions, challenging forensic or ballistic evidence, exposing flawed witness testimony. We work with private investigators, forensic analysts, and expert witnesses to construct the strongest possible defense. And when trial is necessary, we are known for our relentless, compelling advocacy in the courtroom. How a Southern Illinois murder defense lawyer can help. No matter the details surrounding your arrest for murder, you need an experienced legal team on your side. At Combs Waterkotte, we specialize in protecting clients charged with murder-homicide across Southern Illinois. From involuntary manslaughter to second- and first-degree murder cases, our attorneys have secured case dismissals, reduced charges, and not guilty decisions for countless clients. we bring strategic, aggressive defense to every case. Your freedom, your record, and your future matter. And we're here to fight for all three. Why you should hire Combs Waterkotte to defend your murder charge in Southern Illinois. Former prosecutors who know how the state builds cases and how to break them down. Trial-tested defense strategies built around forensic evidence, witness credibility, and constitutional rights. Aggressive pre-trial motion practice to challenge unlawful arrests, suppress tainted evidence, and weaken the case before it ever reaches a jury. Full-spectrum client support, from jail visits and bail hearings to managing media exposure and helping families through the legal process. Unmatched courtroom presence, backed by a reputation for excellence and fearlessness in the face of complex or high-profile charges. Deep understanding of Illinois criminal law, including the nuances between murder, manslaughter, and justifiable homicide. Close collaboration with top-tier investigators and expert witnesses to counter the prosecution's claims and strengthen your defense. Transparent communication and client-first service, so you're never left in the dark about what's happening with your case. Resources that set our Southern Illinois murder defense lawyers apart. At Combs Waterkotte, we don't just bring experience, we bring horsepower. Our firm's deep bench and extensive resources allow us to outwork, outthink, and outmaneuver the prosecution at every turn. We offer access to top-tier forensic experts and crime scene reconstructionists, advanced legal research tools and trial presentation technology, a full in-house support team of investigators and paralegals, former prosecutors who know how the state builds homicide cases. A client-first approach to the toughest murder charges in Southern Illinois. Facing a murder charge is overwhelming. Here, you are not just another case file. You're a person who deserves a defense team that truly cares. Our team prioritizes clear communication, honesty, and compassion throughout the process. We provide 24/7 availability for urgent case matters, thorough updates, and straight talk about your options. Fierce advocacy that puts your best interests first. Personalized strategies tailored to your background and goals. Contact a murder defense lawyer in Southern Illinois right away. A murder accusation can change your life forever, but with the right defense team, you still have power. At Combs Waterkotte, we're ready to protect your rights, dismantle the prosecution's case, and fight for the second chance you deserve. Call us today at 618-88-CRIME or contact us online for a free, confidential consultation with a Southern Illinois murder defense lawyer. We're here 24/7, and we're ready to get to work.